Hey, got us a little water fountain here. It doesn't work. The well dried up. I got this because the pump doesn't work. She cleaned it all up and still didn't work. It's got two little LEDs in the front here. The water gets pumped out here, I guess. Oh, you've probably seen these. It runs down here through some holes. Runs down here and back down into there until the little water reservoir there gets pumped back up the side. And there's a little battery compartment down here. I guess it can run on batteries or run on plugging it into the wall. Got the little wall wart thing here. And here's the little plug-in and the on-off switch. This is 3 volts. I checked it. It reads. So we're definitely getting some voltage out of there. Stick that in there. Touch it here. We're reading 6.5. So it's getting something out of there. Under load it'll be down to 3 volts, of course. That's with no load. But put that in there. You're not supposed to run these dry because it'll mess up the pump or whatever, but I'm just gonna turn it on for a quick second. That's on. Nothing. Turn it back off. And one thing I can see why it might not work. I don't know yet, but the water looks like it's got in the switch area, and it looks like it's pretty rusted in there. So maybe the switch needs to be cleaned. So it looks pretty looks red, you know, like water has been sitting around. Even in there, it looks like it's pretty red in there, like water's been sitting around rusting things away. So we'll maybe clean that up there a little bit. Take this apart and check the pump. See if that's okay. But I don't know what that is. We'll tear it apart and find out. See if we can bring it back to life. Said you try to clean it all up and everything and run something through it. And it still didn't work afterwards, but if it's rust that did anything, then of course that's not cleaning it up isn't going to help. I've never tore one of these apart, so I don't know what it looks like on the inside. Oh, that's the pump that's wiggling around in there. Ah, I see. Oh, the pump is supposed to stick inside this hose there. She probably just didn't put it back on when she cleaned it all up. That's probably why it was just laying in there. But yeah, the pump goes on this little hose right there. But yeah, she probably just didn't put it back on there because it didn't work anyway. And then the power wires run down in through there. Get it so you can see it runs down into there. Okay, so there's nothing in there. Got our little LED wires coming up here. Those probably don't work because they're probably just, I'm losing my screws here as I tip it upside down all over the place. Slide those off to the side. Because I can see already, you can see that one's rusted. It's all dark around there. That one's probably just rusted and corroded, so we'll probably have to replace that. So this one's probably the same way. They put some icky on there, so they tried to protect it, because you know, water runs right down on this and it'll run right down around the LED and everything, so it works its way in there, and it looks a little red down around them. So yeah, them are, you know, them are gonna fail sooner or later. But if we can get the pump going, so the first thing I guess we're gonna look at is the switch here. We'll have to get that out of there, take that apart and see if the switch is the problem. Because if the switch don't work, then this is not going to work. So where's the, there it is. Yeah, I was going to say, where's the inlet to this pump? Right in the side here. I guess the water gets sucked in here and then blown out this side. You can see the hole on the end there. Alright. Huh. Pretty simple, seems like. Alright, so there's no screws holding the battery compartment thing in here. It looks like they probably just bonded it in there. So it looks like we're just going to have to break it loose. There it is. Well, I didn't get it all, but it almost come off in one piece. Got a little bit down in there, but that's alright. We'll get it glued back up in there and you'll never be able to tell. Luckily it's the outside, so it's not going to leak or anything. Looks like we got a resistor down there for the LEDs. What is it? Looks like a 33 ohm resistor. Orange, black. That's what we got in there. Just basic. Bunch of wires and try to slide out this switch here. Yeah. And the plug in. Switching the plug-in out, and now it's, I got the resistor gooped down. Yeah, you can see the red and rust down there on the plastic. The rust down around the plug-in. You can see all the red on the switch. Yeah, so there's probably the contacts in the switch are probably rusted or something. So we'll have to take the switch apart at least and get that cleaned out. So the resistor is connected to one end, the pin on the end. And then we got a white wire for the battery that's connected on the center point. So I forgot to plug in my soldering iron. I always seem to do that. So once that heats up, we'll desolder that, and then we'll take this switch apart. And yeah, I'll give you a close-up picture of the switch on the inside. That looks really bad. That could be why it's not working. And then we'll continue. I'll give you a couple pictures of these and then we'll up close, and then we'll clean these up and see if that doesn't fix our power issue. So I got done cleaning the switches, and here's some before and after pictures of the switches and the power, the line, power adapter, power insert, and they were pretty gross. So they both work good now, but the unit still has issues. But I did find out that, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I turn it on and the pump doesn't work still, so we're going to have to tear the pump apart. And this is on, but I don't think you'll be able to see. Let me kill the lights one time. Oops, not that way. There we go. You see that one LED, or is it right there? You can see the one LED is on, just barely. Right there, yeah. Just barely working. And the other one right over here is not working at all. So we need to replace both of those, because they should be a lot brighter than that. Or that one. And oh, yeah. So we'll replace those. And I have some color changing ones, so I wonder if that'll look cool in there, if that'll work good. So maybe I'll change it with those. If they're 3 volts. I don't remember if they are or not, but I think that'll look cool in there. But lights back on. But yeah, if those will work, I'll put those in there. I'm going to shut this back off again. But our pump doesn't work, so, and all it is just a black and red wire back here. The red wire comes off the resistor for the LEDs, and the black wire is connected to the ground of everything else. So, and taking this little pump apart might be difficult because it's just glued together. I mean, I'll have to cut it apart. That's what it looks like. And I don't know if it'll be salvageable or not, but what the heck. It's either give it a try or throw it all in the garbage. And you know me, I'll give it a try just for something to do, just to see if we can. It's a learning process, what the heck. That's what we're all here for. We're just trying to see if we can do it or not. So I'm going to take this apart and see if we can figure out why the pump don't work. Maybe it ran dry for a while and it just burnt up everything on the inside. Who knows? But yeah, so before I replace the LEDs in there, I'm definitely going to check this out and see if this is worth fixing, or if we can fix it before we change the LEDs. So I took a knife and cut around the side with the wires going in, and I took a picture of the first thing I saw when I just pulled it open a little bit. And that's what I seen. So now you're seeing what I see as I pull it apart a little bit more. And right away I can see a capacitor not connected anymore. I see a lot of rust like you see. There's our capacitor, a little disc capacitor. It's not connected anymore. Our wires are still soldered on. It looks like just a regular motor. So yeah, the rust would be a good indication of why it wasn't working anymore. Let's see if we can pull it out of this side. That's about it. I guess we won't be fixing this. I mean, we can probably get a new pump, but you know, it's not worth it. So we learned something, that these really aren't worth fixing. Whoa, hold on there. I actually did some shopping around and found out that these little things right here were reasonably cheap. I was able to pick this up for just under $2. So this one looks exactly like the one that was in there. So I said, what the heck, might as well. And I also got a couple LEDs that were close to the same color, I think, being that those ones that were there didn't work, or work that well, I should say. So I'm going to plug this into here, make it nice and snug, just like that. And then that just hangs in there. I'm going to put the screws in here, and then we'll see what this thing looks like. So this unit was about $40, I found out, to buy one of these, and another under $2 for the motor and a couple LEDs. I guess that's not putting a big price on it. And look at that. Beautiful. I put the rocks in it. The rocks that are supposed to go in it. You can see they're lighting up. You can put them however you want. Cover them up with the rocks or put them next to them. You can see the LEDs down there. Got the water flowing. That's a nice little thing. So I guess it was worth it. Alright. I guess we will see you on the next one.